Nani, can you please state your name for the court?
Yes, my name is Nani Wesley.
Your Honor, we're waiving the preliminary examination. I know there's a bond violation hearing that needs to be addressed.
Yes, you need to address that now, please.
Your Honor, she will be acknowledging and admitting to the bond violation, and hopefully I can say a few words after that.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, I did submit some documents to the court. Hopefully Your Honor has had a chance to review those. She's been treating with the Home of New Vision since about April of this year, and she attends AA meetings pretty regularly. Nevertheless, this is...
When did you send documents?
Yesterday, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead.
That looks like one of them. She's been treating with Home of New Vision since April. She's going to AA quite a bit. It is a struggle, though, Your Honor, and she admits the struggle. She has gone back to Home of New Vision. She has spoken with them. She's told them about what's going on. They're giving her some things to do to redouble her efforts. I'll just give Your Honor a minute to read if you'd like.
Go ahead.
They've had her go out and get a sponsor. She's been working with a sponsor now. I've attached a letter from her, Your Honor. She's really been pushing Nani to get new strategies in place, new ways of dealing with things, new ways to address her thoughts and behaviors as it relates to drinking. And she appreciates that pushing from the sponsor, Your Honor, and she can tell you that as well.
Go ahead.
She has been putting in some very serious hard work, Your Honor. We're hoping that the court can take that into consideration and please give her a second chance at this, Your Honor. She went to Home of New Vision again this morning, and they hooked her up with a recovery coach. She gave me her card from her, and she says that they've been also giving her new strategies as well in dealing with this. So she does admit the violation, Your Honor. She is a bit ashamed of herself, given that she's trying to put in a serious track record to get to this point. But she's dealing with it as proactively as she possibly can.
Well, then when it was asked about, why didn't she just say what happened?
Freaked out, got nervous. There's no good excuses for it, Your Honor.
Well, but there were numerous times she could have, like a better term, just come clean on it. She didn't do it.
It's hard.
It's not like they just asked her once, then they wanted her to take an ETG, and she sat there and skirted around all of that.
She got scared, Your Honor.
Just let them do anything.
Your Honor, the concern of the people here is that this is a true fourth OWI. Priors in 2005, 2015, and 2018. The alleged BAC at the time of the stop for this case was a .214, and we have a confirmed drinking event while she's online. The public safety risk to defendant forces is extremely high. People are concerned that if she's not put on a scram, or if there are not other steps taken to keep the public safe about what might happen. This event, fortunately, it seems like it is being taken seriously. History of the defendant with alcohol cannot be ignored by the people. We are requesting either a remand or a scram tether installation before he leaves this immediate vicinity.
Fair warning, the judge is in for quite a ride with this one. 4 OED violations? That's not just a mistake. That's a full-time job in making bad choices. Let's be real. It's easier to avoid the truth than deal with the fact that she's walking around with a blood alcohol level of 0.214 and dodging responsibility. The state's concerns are totally justified. At this point, she's like a one-woman wrecking crew. Honestly, the scram bracelet she's wearing might as well be part of her wardrobe at this point.
How come she didn't take the ETG?
Right then and there, Your Honor. Right then and there, Your Honor. She did take the ETG. It came back to onsite.
At what point?
I don't know that, Your Honor. Yeah, you of course can talk when the court's ready for you. Yeah. Are you asking Ms. Wesley?
I'll hear from her.
Okay.
Your Honor, I did take it the same day that I was asked to take it. I wasn't in town. I told her I wasn't in town, and she said that I needed to take it, which I did do. I came back to Ypsilanti to take it. I was not in the area.
I guess my question, you took it on what day?
The same day that she requested the 3rd.
Why didn't you tell her you did?
I did tell her, Your Honor.
When?
I told her,
What? Okay, let me ask this. Why was your story changing?
I was nervous when she called me, and I told her that I wasn't in the area right away. And she said, well, where are you? And I said, I'm out of the area. I'm up north. And she said, well, your device isn't up north. It's in Detroit. And I told her that I would come back if she needed me to. And she said, well, I can give you some places where you were at to test. And I said, I will try to make it back so I can do so. And I did do that. I did it the same day she asked me to.
Your Honor, if I may, the report that I received does indicate the testing was done on-site, not community corrections. And I also have that same information, I think the court has as well, where the initial information that's provided by the defendant to community corrections is that she was up north and unable to do that. But that 20 minutes before this contact, GPS and SoapLink said she was in Detroit. And then the defendant said she didn't have it with her, SoapLink.
I didn't physically have it with me, Your Honor. I wasn't with the SoberLink. That's what she was asking me, the corrections officer. And I told her.
Where up north were you?
In Dryden, Michigan.
In where?
Dryden.
So, Your Honor, I mean, bottom line, she did come back to do the ETG knowing that it would be positive and knowing that this court would take that into account. She has been scrambling this past week to try to get things into place. I think with everything she's been doing since April, with what she's doing now in combination with the scram tether would keep her on track, Your Honor.
How is that going to keep her on track?
It'll make sure that she can't drink.
No, she can still drink.
Well, tell her she does.
I promise you.
Much like this did. And then when they call her on it, she starts all kinds of excuses, Mr. Allen.
I'm begging you, Your Honor, I will not. I have, at the time, did not have a sponsor in place. I have a sponsor now. I'm working with Home of New Vision on a weekly basis. I see the treatment coordinator. She did submit a letter to say that. I told her right away.
Ma'am, this is the 4th time. Then you get caught the 4th time. You're almost 3 times the legal limit. You get a bond. You're out. We put you on a sober link. You drink. Then when you're called on it, you begin this whole thing of going around it and everything. And that's what gets you into treatment.
Well,
So what you want me to do is you want me to take the chance of putting you on a scram tether, allowing you to get behind the wheel of a car, maybe having drank, and heard.
Oh look, another empty promise from someone with a history as dependable as a car with 3 flat tires. After 4 OED violations, blowing nearly 3 times the legal limit, and pulling a disappearing act on the truth, this time will be different, right? The judge isn't here to babysit. There's no reward for clever excuses. The court's job is to protect people, not hand out one more chances like they are on sale. So, no, a bracelet isn't the solution. This is about keeping innocent people safe and off the roads.
Or kill somebody. Not going to happen.
Your Honor, I won't do that. I have.
Bond revoked. Defendant's remanded. I'll adjourn this out 1 week.
We are waiving the preliminary examination.
I'll
Your Honor.
adjourn it out 1 week. She can do the waiver then, but she's going to do this now. Court calls the case, People versus Ayanna Johnson.
On behalf of the people.
Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
What's your name?
Ayanna Johnson.
All right. Ma'am, you are before the court on a count complaint that alleges, I can find the paperwork here, that on or about October 16, 2023, at the location of West Michigan Avenue near Munger Road in Pittsfield Township, Washington County, State of Michigan, count one alleges that you did operate a motor vehicle while intoxicated. Do you understand the nature of that charge?
Yes, sir.
That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail, up to a $500 fine plus court cost. The court could order community service and any rehabilitative services the court deems necessary. Could also order your vehicle immobilized. Could order you also to pay the cost of the prosecution as well as the cost of any emergency governmental services. You understand all of that, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
All right. Count two alleges that you are operating by a minor with any blood alcohol content. That is also a misdemeanor punishable by up to 360 hours of community service, a $250 fine plus court costs. Court could order rehabilitative services, could order you to pay the cost of the prosecution as well as the cost of any emergency governmental services. You understand that, man?
Yes, sir.
It looks like these are charged in the alternative, potentially. All right. First question I have for you, ma'am, is do you wish to be represented by an attorney?
I don't know what that means.
You want an attorney to assist you and represent you in this case?
To be honest, I don't know what an attorney does. So,
You don't know what an attorney does?
no, I don't know nothing about the court. So, no.
How old are you?
19.
Okay. An attorney is somebody trained in the law that can help you understand the nature of the offenses. They would go through all what's called discovery, which would be the information that the prosecutor has regarding this case. That could be video, the police report, explain to you the ramifications of that information, as well as if there were a plea agreement, meaning that you would plead to some charge, which you were sitting in the courtroom while I was doing some of those. They would explain to you the consequences of that plea and what it could possibly mean for you.
Okay.
So they can assist you throughout the entire process. If you could not afford to hire an attorney, then the court you would be given an attorney to represent you. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. So now I'll go back to my question. Do you wish to be represented by an attorney?
Yes, sir.
This is a public defender case.
Good morning, this is the public defender on behalf of Ms. Johnson. We will waive any further reading and stand mute to the charges and request a new pretrial date, Your Honor.
Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute, court will enter a not guilty plea. Pretrial in this matter will be adjourned to April 3rd, 2024, 9 a.m. Alleged BAC in this matter.
Your Honor, the alleged BAC is very low, it's 0.053, but there were 10 milligrams per milliliter of delta-9 THC.
THC.
Correct.
Need a,
I also want to note that this was a two-car crash.
there was an accident. Anything you want to say before I set bond in this case?
Your Honor, I would, seeing as Ms. Johnson is young, she stated she doesn't have any prior records or prior convictions. I would ask for a personal bond and any testing that the court may.
Oh, the classic I don't know what an attorney does defense. Bold move, Cotton. Because sure, at 19, it's totally possible to drive under the influence, but understanding what a lawyer actually does? That's rocket science. Luckily, the judge seems to have the patience of a saint, explaining it like it's a lesson for kindergarten. And let's not forget the bail of their BAC, some THC, and a little two-car crash, just some innocent mistakes, right? Maybe next time, try Googling attorney before stepping into court.